Yes, good morning. Dr. Bob Flower here for your Monday, April 19th Master Pattern Report. Okay, so last week we stated that Wednesday was going to be a big move day, and it certainly was, with the Dow up nearly 1.25%. Silver jumped up Wednesday, also as we said, and then backed off, as we had mentioned it would, but backed off almost 5% between Thursday and Friday. The dollar also moved down significantly on Wednesday before it bounced back up again. So we had a pretty good week insofar as our calls and our timing was right on target. This week we see the S&P recovering some later into the week before backing down again, perhaps by the end of the week, but certainly by next week. It actually hit our projected high of 208 plus or minus. I think it went to 210, 211, and then tanked almost immediately thereafter. So we got that one correct. However, we do see the short term on the market as down. Silver does look stable at current levels. Might get a little weaker here, but this might be a good buying opportunity before it regains its upside late next week or early May. This week also, April 21st, Wednesday, is another big day that we're looking at. And we see the dollar going down further this week. The 22nd, April 22nd, Thursday, we see silver making some sort of move, and we think it would be to the upside as it is as it is currently level. Okay, well, how about a quick update on our two Chinese and India stocks, EJ and PIN. Both were doing fine until Friday. EJ it dropped down to about $19 from $21 entry point. It was up above that last week and then dropped down. And PIN is currently somewhere around 250, 260. It's off its highs of 23.60, but it's still up from the $21 entry point which we entered it. And we're still hanging in there with that one. Okay, so some socio-political news. MSNBC, that nothing station, Secretary Clinton and President Clinton and others pushing the anti-government danger button, okay? And the fact of the matter is, it is a danger to them. What with only 22% of the country having any faith in government, what else should they expect? A parade? Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And then we have this moron at Time Magazine, Joe Klein. And, I'm getting sick of these people who are in positions of power who are, absolutely brainless, He's another example of blind advocacy in prominent positions. Big Joe says that Beck and Palin are virtually committing sedition. Now, of course, movements such as MoveOn.org never did the same thing, right, Joe? I mean, let's look at the record, you moron. This is typical of both sides of the equation, not just one, so don't try and tone them down and change it. I ran a test on the master pattern concerning the Tea Party structure, their movement. Joe, guys, Hillary, they're not going away. In fact, if anything else, it looks like they're going to grow. It's going to be a major, major movement in this country. And the irony of it is that a large part of the Tea Party membership is Democrat and independent. So, they better get with it. And now all of a sudden they're trying to, both sides are trying to align themselves with these people. Good luck to you. 22%, huh? You better get your crap in order, boy. All of you. this whole movement's going to take over the country and the politics. I mean, people are just, they're just fed up with it. And I think that not only are they going to change things, I think they're going to destroy this socialist notion for years to come. However, I do think that you're going to see some major civil strife in the United States starting this year. But I don't think it's going to come from Tea Party people. I think it's going to come. They may try and tie it to them, but that's not the case. It's going to come from the pension group, the civil servants and their pay scales and things of that sort. Budget cuts, severe budget cuts, and whatnot. I think that's where we're going with this civil strife thing. Very very similar to what we saw in Greece, and you're going to continue to see throughout the European common market this year. All right, let's switch gears here a little bit. Here's a word on a great bank I've been doing some business with. It's called Ever, E-V-E-R, Everbank. It's a real neat bank. It's online, and it does a whole bunch of things. They got some really unique things where you can buy CDs that are pegged to silver and gold and commodities, or you can buy CDs pegged to different country currencies. Really neat, really neat. You can take out accounts under different denominations, and they have good rates too. And now let's look at some communications timing in the news. Last week, on the same day, we had Goldman Sachs saying that it was backing Obama's financial reform program, and they were indicted for criminal trading. Same day. Next day, communications, example here was Defense Secretary Gates leaked a secret report on attacking Iran. We understand that Obama was livid. And then, of course, Admiral Mullen came out with a statement that our position on Iran is diplomacy first. I think that there are some moves behind the scenes within the administration and within the government that are pushing given agendas here that are the antithesis of what the government is trying to promote here. It's obvious that they're pro-Arab in the sense that they want to comply and placate that whole genre. So it doesn't look like everything is working in smooth, coordinated efforts behind the scenes. Part of the reasons why only 22% of the population in this country has any faith that government can get things done. Okay, so things are moving along. We are getting ready to launch our format, our Potentia Nation format, very soon. I promised you the 15th, but we're running a little late, trying to work out some issues here, but it will be soon. I promise you. It should be within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll be ready to go. And I want you to stay in touch, and I'd be anxious to hear your comments on what we're going to put out at this time. Listen, hang in there. Hang in there. We don't give up. It's the fighting spirit, especially the fighting American spirit, that counts, and we can't give that up. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.